Natalie France and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This space is completely for you to gain a sense of self-love through the practice of yoga. Today's yoga session is all about using poses to help you find better sleep, so having that sense of relaxation after a nice short yoga practice in the evenings. I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a moment. Welcome back to my channel. So as I said, today's session is all about using yoga for better sleep. You're going to start here, laying down onto your back into your reclined bound pose. So you're going to have the soles of your feet together, knees out to the side, so you come to lay down onto your back. Taking the hands either side, arms either side of the body, so palms of the hands are facing up to the ceiling. And allow this time to close off your eyes, bring the awareness to your breathing, and you're starting with simply connecting to the natural rhythm and flow of your everyday breath. And the only significant change you need to make here is to aim to inhale and exhale in and out of the nose, that traditional way to breathe in yoga. So gaining a sense of where the breath is flowing for you at this particular moment in time. Not necessarily being too concerned about whether or not the breath is going into your chest, into your diaphragm, but just having an awareness for you as to where your natural breath is flowing right now. And then after your next exhale, bring in a bit more purpose to your breathing. So aiming to now inhale in through the nose for counts of 4 and exhaling out through the nose for counts of 5. So now as you inhale, you really are looking to have that sense of the breath going deep into your diaphragm. So if you know you breathe a little bit more into the chest, even if it doesn't physically happen for you in this precise moment today, have that thought process that as you inhale in for counts of 4, the breath goes in through the nose and flows all the way down through the body, past the chest, down into the belly, and allow the belly to raise and expand. Then with each exhale for counts of 5, you release the air from the body as you let go of any stale energy that you're still storing inside the body. So inhaling in for counts of 4, allow the belly to raise and expand on those inhales. Exhale for counts of 5 to enable into the spine to release all the air from the body. Continuing to breathe like this. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 5. And using your breath, the counts for breathing, or the breath as a whole, to allow you to have this deeper sense of feeling calm and relaxed. Letting the body know that it's okay to wind down now and to find that sense of comfort in your practice. And to release and let go of the day that's happened in order to find stillness when you're ready to fall asleep after this session, or at least use this practice to help you at some point to understand how to find relaxation, to be able to gain more peace in your sleep. And then after your next exhale, reconnecting back to your natural pace and flow of breathing. So after your next exhale, you can remove the counts and reconnect back to that natural everyday flow of breath. And you might even find that once you reconnect to your breathing feels a little bit different. Your natural breath might feel a little bit different in comparison to only a few moments ago when you did it before inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 5. And then from here, starting to flicker open your eyes, taking the palms of your hands underneath, so to the outer part of your thighs, then bringing the knees in towards one another, hugging your knees into your chest and taking a gentle rock from side to side, massaging your back onto the mat. Then once for a few moments to rock from side to side, come back to stillness, keeping that right knee hugged into the chest, lengthen your left leg nice and long along the mat. Take your left hand to the outer side of your right thigh, take your right hand to the right side of the mat. Then as you exhale, bring your right knee over to the left side, take your right head to the left, so turn your right head to the left, right knee comes, let me get that right, turn your right head to the right, and your right knee comes to the left. Hold it into your supine twist. And close the eyes as you breathe into the right side of the body. Take a moment to hold that twist here. Deep inhales and exhales. After your next exhale, start to bring the right knee back to centre. Right knee comes into chest. Left knee comes into chest to change sides. Now lengthen your right leg along the mat. Take your right hand to the outer part of your left thigh. Take your left hand to the left side of the mat. As you exhale, your left knee comes to the right and your head turns to the left. So taking your supine twist now the other way, breathing into the left side of the body as you hold it here. Close off the eyes. Deep inhales and exhales. And as you come into your supine twist, also just allow the left foot to relax either onto your right leg or onto the ground rather than holding it up into air. And just find that sense of comfort in the pose, as comfortable as you can get. After your next exhale, bring the left knee back to centre, left knee comes in, right knee comes into your chest. Take another gentle rock from side to side, massaging your back onto the mat. And then returning back to stillness. Now as you exhale, start to gently lift your head and shoulders so your forehead comes towards your knees. As you inhale, release head and shoulders back down to the ground. Exhale, head and shoulders lift up, bring the forehead in towards the knees. Inhale, release them back down to the ground. Exhale to lift. Inhale to release. Keep working through this, nice and slowly, no need to rush here as you lift up and down. Then the next time you come up and you exhale, you're going to stay lifted for a total of 5 deep inhales and exhales. So lift yourself up, bring the forehead into the knees and hold it here. Deep breaths, 5 deep rounds of inhaling and exhaling. After your 5th exhale, release the head back down to the ground, take another gentle rock from side to side, massaging back into the mat. Until you eventually find yourself rolling over onto your right side. Take a moment to find stillness on the right side and then bringing yourself up and ready into your tabletop position for cat-cow. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. First of all, you want to press the ground away from you, so just find that broadening for the shoulders. You can micro bend in your elbows without dipping your back. Now as you inhale, lift your head up, arch your back into a cow pose. Exhale, round through your spine, drop the head down into your cat. So just gently moving through your cat-cows, no need to rush here. It's a nice way to kind of bring movement into the spine. Also have that sense of calm and relaxation in the body as you inhale up and exhale down. And taking one more final inhale to lift up into your cow. Final exhale to come down to a cat. And then returning to your neutral spine, that halfway point in between in both poses. You then inhale your right hand up to the ceiling. As you exhale, thread the needle, right hand comes through to the left side of the mat. Release your right ear down to the ground. And keeping the left hand on the mat for a moment. Close off the eyes. So you hold it here. Into that twist. Now if you want a little bit more from this, and feel free to keep your eyes closed and be guided by my voice. You start to walk, so the left hand that's down, you start to walk the fingertips away from the body, so you're fully extending your left arm away from your head. So it goes straight ahead, and you lift up onto the fingertips, and lift the palm of the hand up, so pass the fingertips press down. If you want a bit more from this as well, your left leg starts to go behind, so you extend your left leg behind you. Now you can keep your left toes down to the ground. If you're okay with balance and you want to take the left leg up off the ground, then flex left foot so toes point down and lift your left leg off the ground. See if you can keep your eyes closed. So let your body, your inner mind, help you stay balanced. Of course, if you struggle, then Open your eyes as you hold here. Find that moment of stillness. If your left leg is fully lifted, start to gently bring the left toes back down to the ground. If the left leg is now just extended with the toes down, really left knee underneath your hip. Walk the left hand, if it's fully extended out in front, back into its start position. As we now move out of this position, everybody inhales to raise the right hand up to ceiling. Exhale, right hand comes back down to the mat. Change in size. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, thread the left arm now underneath the right side. So left ear comes down, back of the left hand stays down on the ground. Close off the eyes. And again, follow my guidance if you can and keep your inwards thinking by closing your eyes. Start to, if you want to, walk your fingers out so your right arm now fully extends away from the head. Lift onto the passive fingertips, keeping the right palm lifted off the ground. You're welcome to also straighten the right leg behind. You can keep the toes down to hold it here, or again, feel free to find a balance, lifting the right leg up, flexing the right foot so the toes point down to the ground. So you hold it here for a moment. Deep inhales and exhales, finding that moment of stillness here. Keeping the eyes closed where possible, and using your inner body, your inner mind to hold that balance. And if the right leg is lifted, you can now start to bring the right toes back down to the ground. If the right leg is fully extended, start to draw the right knee underneath your hip. If the arm is extended, start to bring the fingertips back in so the right palm can come back to where it started, the palm down to the ground. We all then inhale the left hand all the way up. Exhale the left hand down to the ground. And then from here, starting to bring yourself, walking your hands back towards you, to come into a kneeling position to start off, and then bring yourself on to the ground. So you come into not a cross-legged position, but more of a diamond shape to start with. So soles of the feet together. And then draw your heels so they come in towards you. So rather than having like a fully kind of open diamond, bring the heels in so it's a lot more narrow. And then feet stay glued together. But as the inner part of the feet stay glued together, so as the outer part of the feet stay glued together, you start to open your feet out like they were a book. So you separate the inner side of the feet, but you keep the outer side glued together, and you lift out your hips. So you find length through your spine here. You inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, keeping the spine nice and straight, you start to gently forward fold. You can use your arms to gently press down into your thighs to open out to your hips. Slight tuck of the chin, not a massive one, just a very slight tuck of the chin to find length all the way through the neck. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, forward folding. And each time you forward fold, you gently press the arms down into your inner thighs to open out to the hips. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. And this just really helps you bring a sense of awareness and connection back to your breathing as well, to find that sense of calm and relaxation as you work through your pose. To inhale, lengthen. Exhale to go deeper, but using that breath to calm the mind, calm the body, and go deeper into the pose. And really kind of having a strong sense of breathing and control is so great to help you find sleep and calm in your sleep, especially if you are stressed at any point. Connecting to the breath is always a great way to de-stress. And when you do it within yoga practice, you almost take the focus away from the stress because you're only focusing on the pose with the breath as you inhale in them. Exhale, forward fold and open out to the hips with this particular one. After your next exhale, start to slowly bring yourself back up. Fully extend your legs out in front of you into your Dandasana. So legs nice and long, legs glued together, and then flexing the feet so toes point up to the ceiling. Bringing your hands behind you so your fingers face in towards the body, avoid the leaning back. Okay, so now we're thinking about sleep here, but still keep fully active in your body. Lift out your hips, lengthen the spine, make sure your fingers are right towards you. Hug the elbows in. Draw the shoulders back and down. Inhale to grow nice and tall. Inward rotation of the legs are rotating in. Keep your feet flexed. Exhale, release shoulders down. Find a sense of release in your hamstrings as well, so you hold your Dandasana. So inhale to lift up out of the hips. Exhale, shoulders down. Press the hands into the mat. Release tension from the hamstrings. Close off the eyes as well. Inhale, lengthening. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to release. And after your next exhale, start to flicker open your eyes. Inhale, raise the hands all the way up, palms facing in towards another. As you exhale, forward folding, keeping your spine nice and straight. So if your hands need to fall to your shins here, keeping the spine straight rather than rounding the shoulders, that's absolutely fine. This is not what we're going for. This is what we're going for. If you're able to get your two fingers and big thumb around your big toe without rounding here, so keeping the back nice and straight, chest open, shoulders back, and of course, go for it. Okay, so inhale to lengthen, exhale to forward fold. So we're either going to have the hands on the shins or two fingers and thumb around the big toes. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, forward folding. Keep inwardly, so inward rotation of the actual legs rather than kind of external inwards in towards one another. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, forward folding. Start to the chin to the chest, if I lengthen the neck as well. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, forward fold. So that's a lovely stretch in the backs of the legs and lengthening for the spine. So again, just kind of a stretch here to help you find better sleep as you stretch the body, especially where you spend maybe a lot of days sitting or walking. It's nice to stretch the backs of the legs as you hold in this position. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, forward fold. Remember, you want to have the shoulders back, chest open. If the shoulders are rounding and the chest is dipping, then it says you're rounding your back, and this is not where you want to be. So think shoulders back, chest open, think length for the spine. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, forward folding. And after your next exhale, start to bring yourself all the way back up, and from your legs being here, open your legs out. Now to the sides, you've got a bit more of a V shape. And depending on your hamstrings, if your hamstrings are generally quite tight, you might find you've got a deep bend in the knees. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to kind of force the legs down. So if you need to bend the knees a little bit, that's not a problem. From here, if you're able to take the two fingers and thumb of your left hand onto your left big toe, then fine. So let me mirror your right hand. Two fingers from your right hand onto your right big toe, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, feel free just to rest the hand onto the actual shin once more, or if it feels easier, feel free to take your right hand to your inner right foot also. So you've got a couple of options there. Then you want to inhale your left hand up and over into that lateral flex of the spine, that lateral side body stretch, okay? Now keep the left shoulder rolling back. Be careful for it to not come forwards. Keep it open. You can look up to the ceiling if that's okay for your neck, or look down towards your neck as you hold it here. So lovely side body stretch. Breathe into it. Chest stays open. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to go a little bit deeper down if you can each time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen that side stretch. Only way it feels appropriate for you to do so and comfortable. Hold it here for a few more moments. As you inhale, come back to center to change sides. So this time, two fingers and thumb of the left hand go around the big toe. The hand pressing the shin if that feels more comfortable, or feel free to take the left hand to the inner part of your left foot. Inhale your right hand up and over into that side stretch. So palm faces down. You can look up to the ceiling or down to the ground, whichever one feels most comfortable for your neck. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to go a little bit deeper into that stretch each time. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, going deeper into it. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. Bring the legs back in here, bend into your knees. So lower yourself down to the ground now. So inhale, raise your hands up. As you exhale, tap that chin to chest, deep tuck here. Slowly start to roll yourself down to the ground. So one part of your back touches the mat at a time. You have to engage your abdominals so you control that movement. And then once your head eventually comes onto the ground, hugging your knees into your chest, and taking a gentle rock from side to side, massaging your back into the mat. And then once you've had some time to rock from side to side, finding yourself in stillness here, into a modified shoulder stand. So I would love to practice shoulder stand right now, but where my head is, where my clip is, it won't actually allow me, it'll be too much for me. So if you want to go into a full shoulder stand and you know what you're doing, that's absolutely fine. I unfortunately can't demonstrate it just because of how I've got my hair clipped, so it will actually hurt my head too much. So I'm going to show you the modified version instead. You're going to keep your whole back on the actual ground, Legs nice and straight. You can flex your feet. You can take your hands behind your thighs or keep the palms pressed down to the ground, whichever you find the most comfortable. Close off your eyes as you hold here. So if you want to go into full shoulder stand and you're fully capable of doing that, then please feel free to go into it. I'm just not able to demonstrate it based on how I chose to style my hair today. So hold in here and breathe into wherever you are. Close off the eyes, deep inhales and exhales, feeling that lovely release of your back into the mat if you're indeed doing the modified version. And then once you've had a few moments, if you're in your full shoulder stands, just start to slowly roll yourself out, knees into chest to come down. If you're modified, hook knees into your chest, take a gentle rock from side to side once more, massaging your back into the mat. And then from here, roll onto your right side to bring yourself into a cross-legged position to finish off with, so into your easy pose. So you can either rest the palms of the hands onto knees or thighs, or bring the hands of prayer to heart centre, whichever one you find the most appropriate and comfortable to do. You want to lengthen through the spine, so lift out of your hips. Very slight tap of the chin to the chest to find length through your neck. Close off the eyes when in position. Bring your awareness back to your breathing. So now you want to take deep inhales in through the nose. Deep exhales out through the mouth to release. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth to release. Take one more deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth to release. And allow your breath to find its way back to a natural pace and rhythm. Feel free to do whatever your natural breath does in terms of inhaling in and out of the nose, or inhaling in from the nose and out from the mouth. Take it back to how you naturally breathe as a whole, not just in pace but also in where the breath enters and where it exits. As always, thank yourself for showing up to today's session. I am always so grateful for you joining me on your self-love journey with these videos, so I thank you too for showing up. Take one more final deep inhale in through the nose. Deep exhale out through the mouth to release. So then flick open your eyes and then lift your gaze. So as always, thank you so much for joining me today. This is a great practice to do just before you go to bed. So if you're looking to go to sleep now, then have a nice night's sleep. Or if it's somewhere during the day, then have a nice sleep. Full stop. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up, and as always, please do subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. Until next time, do enjoy the rest of your night or your day, and I will see you again very soon. Enjoy whatever you're doing. Take care of yourself.